What is it that the Gita is talking about? The Gita is telling us, just as, let's take an example. When you look at yourself in an imperfect mirror, in a mirror that is not made properly, you see distortions in the image. Isn't that right? There are some mirrors in which you see an elongated version of you. There are some mirrors in which you see a roundish version of you. There are some in which you see a totally broken up image of you. But when you see this distorted image in the mirror, does it disturb you? Does it affect your daily activity? No, it doesn't. Because you have the understanding which is, you're grounded in this conviction that the distortions are only a factor of the reflecting medium which is the mirror. It has no relevance whatsoever on you. You are perfect. You're whole. You're not affected by the distortions that you see in the mirror. And the Gita is talking about exactly that. Every one of us has distortions. These distortions are at the level of the body, mind, and intellect. All of us have imperfections in the body, in the mind, in the intellect. But you, the real you, is untouched by these distortions, because the distortions are only a factor of the reflecting medium which is the body, mind, and intellect. When Milton, the great poet, went blind, he could have allowed the distortion of the body, which is depriving him of sight, to come in the way of his talent, his excellence in the field of poetry. But he did not allow that to happen. He rose above the imperfection, and in fact, after he went blind, came up with the most brilliant of all his compositions. When Stephen Hawking, a scientist of outstanding caliber, have you seen when he visited Bombay, India, you saw the debilitating handicap that he's suffering from physically. But did he allow it to come in the way? No. But all of us allow these handicaps to come in the way. We all have either physical or mental handicaps. There was a young boy who was born physically handicapped. And as he grew, his father would tell him, he said, you would insist that he come up with performance which matched that of every so-called ordinary person. And he would refuse to allow him to use his handicap as an excuse for lower performance. And he grew to be one of the, in fact, to be the only certified tennis coach in the United States who was handicapped. He would often say, he says, there's no difference between you and me. The only difference is you can see my handicap, I can't see yours. And the Gita is all about overcoming these handicaps and coming up with brilliant performance.